Yo, what's going on, everybody in the YouTube community? Y'all know what it is. Coming back with another reaction to something I've been wanting to talk about for a very long time. So we're just gonna have a little conversation. I'm gonna get into the content. Let's get into it. See what's going on. Let's have a conversation.
But it never fails. The punishment for blasphemy echoes beyond death. Martin Luther King Jr. was hailed by millions as a hero, a preacher, and a voice for justice. But behind the curtain of peace and progress, a storm brewed, one filled with betrayal, pride, and moral failure. Though he claimed to walk with God, whispers emerged of secret sins, deceit, and arrogance that defied divine order. Was he truly a man of God, or had he dared to rival the Almighty himself? The FBI, obsessed with uncovering his true nature, recorded hours of conversations revealing acts of infidelity and moral corruption, orgies in hotel rooms, bribes for silence, and sexual escapades unbecoming of any Christian, let alone a pastor, painted a shocking portrait. The same man who preached righteousness from pulpits was said to be consumed by lust behind closed doors. And as he grew more powerful, he dared to challenge not just the government, but heaven itself. King spoke boldly against war, the church, and the moral backbone of America. He called out hypocrisy but ignored his own. Some claimed he was turning civil rights into his own religion, where he alone held truth. To many, he replaced the gospel with a gospel of man, sowing pride and rebellion. And as scripture warns, God opposes the proud, but gives grace to the humble. In 1958, he was stabbed in the chest, barely escaping death.
Yeah, this kind of makes me look at Dr. King a little different. So what I want to know is, what I want to talk about is, was Dr. King really Dr. King? Was he really Dr. King? Was he a false prophet? Was he a false teacher? Did the only thing he cared about was the only thing he ever cared about was the civil rights movement? Or was it something bigger? I think, you know what? Looking back and seeing this and seeing in the state of black people where we at now, I would damn near say, yeah, I think there's a little bit of taint tart shit on Dr. King's name. And it's not because I'm putting it on it or anybody else. This is because, everybody know about the infidelities. But, I once saw a clip on Club Shay Shay. I think David Banner said his mentor told him that you can't do business with a man that cheat on his wife, and it's about the integrity. Dr. King was cheating on his wife, so what else was he doing in the dark? Just want to have a conversation, that's all. We just talking.
It was a divine warning, yet he pressed on. The FBI escalated its campaign, calling him a filthy, abnormal animal and urging him to kill himself. King defied them, but was he defying heaven too? On April 4th, 1968, standing on a Memphis balcony, a bullet tore through his jaw, silencing him forever. He died, not in peace, but in blood and betrayal. Some say it was a political assassination, others, divine retribution. The preacher, who once walked with saints, now lay with sinners, his legacy tainted by secrets the world was never meant to know. His widow mourned, his followers wept, but justice had been served. The wages of sin is death, and King paid the price. Let his story be a warning. No man, no matter how noble his cause, escapes judgment when pride, deceit, and sin rule his heart. Martin Luther King Jr. rose as a prophet, but fell as a man condemned by his own hidden darkness. Datan was no ordinary man.
Wow. Wow. Man, that's deep. That's deep. So what y'all think, man? Y'all think Dr. King was led by greed and lust and all that kind of stuff? You think he had them spirits on him? What y'all think, man? Hey, we human. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. Not even me. I don't know what I would do if I was in a situation like that. And I try not to think about that. I try to, keep, living the same. And if I have money or don't have money, or I try to be the same person all the time. No matter what situation and state of mind I'm in. Very hard to do in most cases, but I don't deal with all these split personalities. You know what I'm saying? I don't, understand characters and characteristics and those type of things, but I'm not the type of person you would catch me, cheating on my wife. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, once you get to a certain age, nigga, it's like I'm not saying yeah, it still works, but 60, you know what I'm saying? Well, no, I think he was like 40 or 30 or something, right? So he was still young then. That's right. So yeah, he was still young, but still, why get married? You know what I'm saying? Why get married? Because they say you have to get married. You like doing this and doing that, then you need to make a choice. You can't, you can't do both. You know, see, Dr. King tried to get that what the Bible say, he trying to get sweet and bitter water from the same fountain, and you can't do it. So yeah, he paid the price. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Dr. King don't seem like he was no real leader to me. It seemed like he helped us just throw away our future, and what I'm saying, and help enable white folks to be who they are, set us back. You know what I'm saying? If you look at the times, things have changed since Jim Crow. You know what I'm saying? Now we don't have those restrictions. We can go into these public places. We can use these bathrooms, but yet, what I'm saying, we don't have our bank accounts is nowhere near the same. You know what I'm saying? Our communities are nowhere near the same. And I do blame partially of that on us because yeah, Martin Luther King, they all preach pride and what I'm saying, selfishness. That's why communities look like that. They look the way it do because we don't want to fix it. We want somebody else to come in and fix it, and it don't work that way. You know, and I just don't blame that on King. This is a whole lot of them that come from that. So that group, Jesse Jackson, all of them are from that group. You know what I'm saying? If you notice, they come from that group, and they still operate in that same mindset. And here it is, 2025, and yet we still not where we need to be. You know what I'm saying? But are living, they living a little better. Notice I said they are living a little better than we are. So they must got their reparations. Yeah, they must got their reparations. So I don't know. I don't know. They drive nice cars. Shoot, what's their net worth? Let me see. Let's look up. Let's see. I'll look up Jesse Jackson's net worth. Oh, and get the fuck out of here. Wait a minute. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Let's see. That can't be it. That, no. Right there. One second. That's his net worth around 9 million to 12 million. Fuck is Jesse Jackson worth that much money? Man, stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Somebody got their reparations. Somebody got their reparations. Fuck you worth that much motherfucking money. What you did, man? Come on, man. Dr. King did all the work. Anyway, look, man. Look at this. This is some bullshit. Around 9 to 12 million dollars. His wealth comes from his political career, activism, public speaking engagements, and media appearances. All that, and black folks still ain't got shit. Yeah, alright, man. So look, anyway, man, I'm finna get up out of here, man. Y'all know what it is. Just having a conversation. Wanna know what y'all think. Sad, man. Peace.